Now time for some culture, and the Nigerian poet Caleb Femi is using film to share his message. He is releasing a video of his work, Children of Nam. It's a spoken word account of a young African generation in London's Peckham district. He's also a teacher as well as a member of the UK-based 6 Weeks creative collective. Femi says his work deals with the ineffability, I can't even say that word, of the British-Nigerian experiences. Femi
We are the children of the Nam, the barefaced 10-year-old dreamers who saw North Peckham and Paradise to the hell of Jos, Freetown and Yamoussoukro, who came and realized that the stories of gold-paved streets were just stories, but didn't even mind because we were here now with our lives and with each other, so what else could matter more? We are the children of the Nam, who learned to love the BBC and Tea and the Queen and Oasis and Fatboy Slim on a Friday night during Top of the Pops, rehearsing the lyrics on the following Monday's trek to school whilst letting our native songs escape on the estuarine wind. We are the children of the Nam, who shunned the leprosy of our foreign accents, speaking in our mother tongues only in subdued decibels until some of us had forgotten it altogether. Iyami, Iyami Motibagbiyo. We are the children of the Nam.
Well, Caleb joins me live in the studio. Caleb, first of all, I want you to explain what you meant by ineffability of British-Nigerian experience.
Just the difficulty to... the idea of the British-Nigerian experience is a layered of various perspectives. So as a black British person and also a Nigerian person and then a Nigerian British person. So you've got sort of like 3 layers of perspectives, which is quite difficult because they all sort of fight to come out in your poetry and in my poetry. So ineffability is difficult to say, it's difficult to put into words.
Difficult to pronounce as well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I was interested to read that, you know, at age 7 you came over from Nigeria, and unlike your parents who were very happy to be within this kind of black migration or immigration of children together with black British families, you found it quite difficult. Yeah,
it was quite difficult because the idea of coming to a new city, a new country, experiencing new cultures, as a 7-year-old, all you know is your culture, and that's the way of life. You don't even know it's a culture. You just know it as who you are, and you don't really know that there are other ways of doing things. So you come to a country where you've got Afro-Caribbeans, you've got Nigerians, and you've got Asians. You've also got the English people who are here. So you are fighting for some sort of acceptability, because not everyone, I think as adults, they all sort of rally together in Peckham.
Okay.
But as children...
You called it Children of Nam.
Yeah.
Nam, most people, well, of my generation, definitely will think of Vietnam. And the war that happened. You're drawing a parallel and calling it Peckham, I suppose. Explain why. I mean, other than being the obvious, which is, you know, the crime that happens within some boroughs of South London.
It was just a way of ownership. We decided to rename Peckham, not only to draw parallels with Vietnam, but just to feel like it's ours a little bit more than Peckham. Peckham, in a way, the idea of Peckham, there was 2 Peckhams. Peckhams that belonged to the media, and then Peckham that belonged to us.
Now, Peckham's seen a transformation over the years. We saw a lot of crime, Damilola Taylor, obviously the little boy who died. Quite trendy now to live in Peckham. House prices have... Looking at how the borough has transformed since you were a child. I
mean, there's no doubt there's been a transformation that I actually like. I've spoken to a lot of people and they don't like this idea of change. I like it. I like the injection of economy and infrastructure. Even the architecture is a lot different now. The problem is the people who live there are being priced out, which is the common story of gentrified areas.
Well, that's most places in London as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah, most places, but essentially Peckham was a place where you know, if you didn't have much, you can still find a way to live. Now, that has been sort of changed. The culture has been maintained, but it's been a little bit difficult to live in that area, which essentially is my problem with it. But I do like the injection of economy and new architecture in it.
I loved what you did with your video. You know, going through the different estates within Peckham, showing people what it looked like, and a great kind of musical backbeat to accompany your poetry. Yeah. What's next for you?
Well, at the moment, I'm working on this book with another member of 6 Weeks.
Can you hold it up? Yeah.
So it's based on another poem that it's called Sanguine. It's based on another poem that I wrote, also inspired. So we have images from an illustrator called Olivia Twist. She's brilliant. And
what does it deal with? What's the story behind it?
The story behind it is just the idea of coming to this country in order to make something of yourself, but being encountering various problems along the way, problems that could take you off one of the main reasons, or probably the main reason why you've come here. A lot of people come to this country to take advantage of the education and better themselves, whereas there are, along the way, you do meet temptations to go left or right, you know, go down the route of crime or just become apathetic and just, you know, so it's just all about staying focused. And also it's the idea of coming to this country and being told that you were going to do well. And obviously, you know, there are many issues that affect Black British people, which never allow them to always take advantage of whatever opportunities.
Okay, and Caleb, where can people get hold of that book?
This book will be on our 6 Weeks website, which should be launching at the end of the...
And give us the website address.
6weeks.co.uk.
But it's spelled not six.
No, yeah, so we've taken out the vowels because we're a little bit
different. Okay, well, best of luck with it all. Thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Now, today marks the 35th anniversary of the enactment of the Lancaster House Agreement and the well prepared to celebrate. Critics of President Robert Mugabe have again been voicing their concerns over a faltering economy and alleged human rights abuses. For Arise News, Robert Coniam reports.